Hello, and welcome to the latest installment of Under the Influence. As always, I'm your host, Ethan Blake. If you are new to the show, welcome. Hope you enjoy. If you have been following the show, I love you. You already know that. And I love you if you're a new follower. It's like the AT&T commercials. For new and existing, well, instead of customers, y'all would be viewers. For new and existing viewers, I love y'all equally. Get the same benefits. My equal love. And equal content, because as this is a new channel, there's nothing um privatized. There's nothing exclusive. I'm being very generous sharing this with all y'all. This is from the deepest depths of my heart and soul. Just kidding. That's the tequila talking. I got it in this cool new glass that I got for my birthday. It says, "You're awesome. Keep that shit up." Also, there's no ice. It's kind of hard to see from the camera. I also got some chilling stones. That's what they're called. Really cool. Don't leave a taste, and they're not ice, so they stay cold and don't melt and are reusable. So that's not a plug. That's just stuff I got. Let's get into it. I am just coming back from the theater, pretty much. Just saw Black Panther. 3 hour movie. It's a 3 hour long movie. I didn't realize that was the new trend to make like songs shorter and movies longer. I don't know how much I'm here for that. Personally, I like it reverse. But I'm going to go ahead and just rip the band aid off. I liked the first one a little bit more. Um, the reason being, the second one they had to rush to put together, I'm pretty sure. Um, with Chadwick's death, that did leave a big hole to fill. And I would only assume that they had some footage of him in the second movie before he died. And, not to take anything away from the death, I mean, he was an amazing human being and actor. But I could only imagine what kind of rush the studio felt to, sort of keep up with that. And again, not taking away from it at all. Not taking away from anything at all. Um, they did give there was essentially a moment of silence at 2 points in the film. Once when they did the Marvel credits at the beginning, when they do that comic book, you know, style whatever. Um, if you've seen the movies, you know what I mean. That was really cool. They did it similar to how they did it when Stan Lee passed. So bunch of sort of best moment bits, and they did sort of another tribute like that towards the end of the film. I'm not going to give too much away because the people who care about the Marvel fans, such as myself, we care about them. Um, I remember when Infinity War came out. No, not Infinity War. Forgot what it was, maybe Infinity War. The one where Tony Stark died. Um, I remember people were spoiling that and legit getting beaten up for it. So go see the movie. Don't go see the movie. That's up to you. In other news, to remind y'all, Howard and I are going to South Padre this Thanksgiving weekend, or this Thanksgiving week rather. My job gives us that 24th and 25th off, so I am redeeming 3 days of PTO. I'm going to first head down to San Antonio, let my puppy and my aunt's puppy play, and then I'm going to complete the trip to South Padre. Again, this is going to be my first time. This is going to be his first time seeing the beach. It's going to be so much fun. My aunt is going to join us a day later. We are checking in Tuesday. she's gonna come by Wednesday, and she is gonna bring her kids, so we're gonna do some cool stuff with him as well. I think we're gonna do a dolphin cruise because we got some like that over there, and I don't know. We're just gonna sort of play it by ear. This is gonna be the second year in a row I do a trip with my aunt. Last year we went to Colorado for my 21st. Um, a lot of craft breweries, lots of fun. Hit up Golden. That's one of my favorite places. We didn't go to any of the hot springs, um, just because we only had so much money and we spent a lot of it the first day. Like, that's where I got my orange juice tattoo, and I would show it, but I'm in long sleeves because it's the season, and Texas weather has me just feeling as bipolar as it is. That's why I got the fuzzy socks on. That's something, if you know me, you can't ever fault me for, is my sock game. It's impeccable. Um, I dress like crap in just in general, but you can always count on me having some really good socks. And these are like the hospital kind with like the no with like the non-slip gel things on the bottom. If you ever been in a hospital, you would know. um, as you may have noticed, I do not have the as always sponsored 8.5 by 11 piece of paper with my outline on it. That is because I'm in a rush to get this episode out to y'all. The current time is 9:30. In 1 hour's time, this episode is supposed to be released. So I am trying to fulfill my obligation, my promise to y'all and to myself to get the episodes out every weekend. And on my Instagram, I did post about this earlier, but by weekend release, I think I'm just sort of going to aim for Sunday at 10:30. That seems to be the easiest thing for me personally, and I don't think that necessarily puts too much pressure on my audience because they're going to know it's out, but it is Sunday, so they don't got to watch it. They just know it's out. And as I continue to grow, I'll probably pick a better time during the week, like Thursday or Friday, to get it out. This is just right now to get consistent um, releases out to y'all. Um, in other news, I do have an interview scheduled for this coming Friday, the 18th. It's going to be with an artist. I'm going to leave that up to interpretation. Not going to tell you which kind, but with sort of what I've been touting in the past, I think you guys have an idea of what I'm gonna, what kind of artist it's gonna be. I have been communicating back and forth with two others, one of which has a big following on Instagram as an influencer with a very interesting history, who I am very excited to work with. Nothing confirmed in the calendar yet. Just confirmed interest. So I've been working out, sketching out an outline for his interview. I have an approved outline for this upcoming interview, and I am about to start a new outline for perhaps my biggest interview to date. My only interview is the Jack Grady one, which y'all have got to watch that. Y'all have got to tag Jack Grady in that because I don't think he shared it. And I don't blame him for that. It was my first ever release, and look at how much better the show has gotten. I have lights. Try that one on for size, bud. I mean, look at this thing. Professional, kinda. So, that's something I'm gonna also do more, is just sort of plug my old content just because I need the viewership. I need more vested interest. Um, the influencer, I believe a lot of people have seen his face. He has a background in a particular field, pretty interesting career, which we are all going to learn about together. We're going to learn more about why he markets what he does. And I feel so poorly about putting it this way because it's not even giving y'all something to look forward to. I haven't dropped a name yet, but you can rest assured it is a big one. The entrepreneur, that is the big fish I have reeled in. No, nothing on the calendar yet. I've just been fortunate enough to hear back from him via email. Um, his assistant is going to get back with me um, at some point. And the reason why I'm saying at some point and not soon is because I don't know when. He's a busy man. I'm very lucky that he's even considering doing this interview with me. So there is finally some traction, and as y'all notice, there's traction when I commit to it. Who would have thought? So I'm just gonna echo what I sort of was talking about earlier on the Instagram. I there's been a lot of excuse me. There's been a lot of personal conflict with this podcast. By personal conflict, it's just sort of the will to do it. I have had, or I guess another way of putting it, I have assumed 100% cost, responsibility, and just I am basically the one leading the way for this endeavor. And that is something I have done never. So, it's the first time I've ever done something like this. You know, I have worked my whole life for other people, and I haven't ever really produced anything for myself. So, you know, I haven't made any money off this. I can't lie. I have spent several $100s. Um, and just sort of to echo again what I said earlier on the Instagram, this right now is a hobby. Um, it's a hobby. And if this turns into something more, like if I end up collecting some check off of it, whether it's $50, 500, $50,000, probably. You get what I'm saying. It's the hopeless optimist in me as well as the tequila. Um, that that would just mean that I'm doing something right. Is to the viewership is one thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am over the moon about people who actually watch the episodes. But I mean, I guess collecting a physical payback for the hard work would have that will be the thing that really is the ultimate motivator. I mean, don't get me wrong. I this past week I was told by two people that I look up to keep pushing at this because they think it has the potential to grow. One of whom is the interview this Friday, whom I'm very excited about. The other one is someone that I do plan on hopefully working with in the future. Um, there was a conversation between me and this individual about possibly getting into all aspects of production. And along with the production would come podcast exposure and just sort of different media outlets that we can help contribute to and help grow. This is something that's all up in air. This is a side thought that me and one other individual have had for breaking more into entertainment. And that is all I can really talk about for right now because I don't want to scare off the idea before it's even had a chance to grow any legs. So there is a lot of big stuff in the future of this show, and again, I do want to say thank you for everything, for the views, for the encouragement, for absolutely everything, for the follows, for the shares, for the likes. These intangible things feel so real for me. And I don't want to gush too much because I'm kind of approaching that threshold of time and ideas. So, if Howard doesn't have anything to say, the boy, I would like to bid y'all a good night. Stay safe, stay well, stay seriously mysterious. Stay tuned for more. I'm Ethan Blake. As always, I love y'all. I'll catch you at the next one.